And they all just sat there and stared at me. And I was like, oh no, like this did not go good. And the teacher comes up to me and she's like, hey. And I was like, oh no, like I'm fired. I very rarely speak to elementary school students, but this was a grant that was given to a elementary school in Kensington. You know, Kensington, for those that don't know, it's a pretty rough neighborhood. It's a rough neighborhood in the city of Philadelphia. They call it the capital of the world. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll speak to these kids. It was third graders. And I was speaking to the social worker that worked at that school. And I was like, so how do you want me to frame this? Because this is a lot of information. I talk about sobriety. Like these are big topics. And she said, I'm going to level with you. I want you to talk to these kids as if you are talking to high schoolers because they have been through more than you could ever imagine. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. I'll do whatever you want me to do. And I went in and I did my thing. And they're all sitting on like their colorful mat, you know, like for story
crisscross
time.
applesauce.
Yeah,
Right.
I was like, okay, like there's like alphabets on the wall. And it was just a classroom. It was a classroom of kids. And at the end, I always do a Q&A. I'm like, do you have any questions? And they all just sat there and stared at me. And I was like, oh no, like this did not go good. And I'm like packing up my things and all the kids leave. And the teacher comes up to me and she's like, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? And I was like, oh no, like I'm fired. You know, I was like, I did what you wanted me to do. And she said, I just want you to come into this classroom with me and just so we can like talk. And I was like, okay. And I walk over with her and all the kids are sitting there and they're sitting in little desks and she looks at them and she smiles at them and she's like, okay, go ahead. And they all shoot their hands up. Question after question after question. My mom, my dad, my uncle, my brother, like struggles with this, struggles with that. Like my mom is in and out of jail. My dad is in and out of treatment. I've never met my biological siblings, like, and like how much it meant to them that there was an adult in the room that not only kept it real, but showed them that there is hope and there is a solution. And like, and it might look different for each person, right? Like depending on like what resources are available for you. But like, I looked at all those little third graders and like, I just saw that immediate impact. And that's why our work is so important.